What is up, you guys, and welcome back. Glad to be here with you. I hope everybody's doing good tonight. It is kind of late, but sometimes I do some of these podcasts of mine. I do them late, just depending on what I'm doing, So here in a minute, I'm going to go over something that actually was pulled from one of the courses that we're still working on the course, actually, but this was the first part of it. And someone asked me, more than one person. I've spoke with a couple people, and it was such a good conversation because we were talking about finances and being able to save money and spending money when we shouldn't spend money and saving money when we need to save money, and all the challenges behind saving money. Because I don't know about you, but saving money is not easy for everyone. Let's just clear that up right now. And maybe you are one of them people that don't have that problem, right? Maybe you are able to save money without any problems at all. And if so, I'm giving you 2 thumbs up, okay? Because it takes a lot to do that without wanting to spend money when really you don't got that money to spend, and keeping yourself from going out and spending it when you really shouldn't, right? So anyways, what I decided to do was pull part of the course out. Well, it's still in the course too, but I wanted to give you guys something that's not costing you a dime, okay? Because obviously the course is getting ready to get published, because of the amount of work that is being put into it, and the amount of time that's put into it. Obviously some of the courses do cost. That's just business. But this isn't going to cost. I'm going to go over a simple method that you can use to save money. Now, this isn't one of them that's going to, make you rich tomorrow. But it's going to help you come up with a program or a routine that will work to help you save money. And, within 6 months or even 3 months, you're going to be happy with the results. If you don't want to try it, that's fine. There's a couple people that do want to try it. I told them I'd put it out there. You want to use this, use it. You don't want to use it, don't use it. It's up to you. Most generally, those that do want to use it, they'll go over and, they will be signing up or enrolling for the course that covers way, way more than just this. But I'm not going to talk about that because there's a lot involved with that. So we'll talk about that another time. This is a simple way for you to really learn how to save and use a method that will help you from just spending it just because it's there, right? So let me know what you think about it if you do end up using this little way of saving. And if you don't, you can still leave your comments if you want. That's up to you. It's all about helping each other. So look, I'm not perfect, okay? I've had my times where I'll be trying to save money and end up spending it when I shouldn't. So let's go ahead and let's go over this. First thing is this, okay? You have to follow this. Exactly, follow it without cutting corners and taking money back out, or you're never going to get yourself in that that pattern, that habit to just do it and then walk away from it, leave it be. For example, I've got a safe here in my office. Well, technically I've got two safes. If I was to take money and put in that safe that's here in the office, do you think I'd be able to save without touching that easy? No. Obviously not, because it's right there. I can grab it right there. Now, here's the other thing. If you're going to do it, I got a couple of different ways you can do this. You can don't go to the bank right down the road and open up you a savings account, because you know what, if you need that money, or well, you convince yourself that you need the money when you really don't, you're just going to jump in your car or go out the door, walk down to the bank, take the money out. There goes your work put into the saving challenge, really. I call it the double down challenge, okay? And you'll see what I'm talking about here in a minute. Now, I don't have a screen share on this. I'll get a link where you can watch a screen share that I did somewhere else, okay? For some people that's using this. And I know this works. There are people that came and watched it that are going to start using it. And there's some that's already used it, because obviously this was at the very beginning of the course that we've been working on. So it's been sitting there for a couple months now. Couple ways you can do this. Go to a bank that's 20, 30 minutes from you. Open up the account. Okay. No checks. No debit card. Or, the ones that you can use online and all that. Open only a savings where you get an ATM card only, if you need a card that bad. Or just open the savings. If you don't get a card, it's not a big deal. It's better if you don't. But that's up to you. Okay? Couple other options. You can go and get a safe deposit box. Okay? Always good to have cash saved somewhere in case, something was to happen with technology or something crazy happened. If all your money's, online or in the bank, you've got no way to get it, right? So, it's, something to think about. Okay. The other way, which this is a good way too, they have a online banking called My Ready Debit. Okay? Now, it does cost monthly if you set up like a direct deposit or something with it, but if you're just going to use it to put money in to save, I don't think it costs. I think it only costs if you got, or it might be vice versa. It doesn't cost if you direct deposit, it does, or one or the other. But anyways, it's a pretty good company. They've been around for a long time. I used them for a very long time, and then I switched, but not because they were bad or anything, but I had other reasons. Search for My Ready Debit in Google. You'll find it, and then sign up for it that way, or do your savings, or do this safe deposit box at a bank that's 20, 30 minutes away from you. All right. Now comes the double down challenge. The first week, you're going to drop in $10. The second week, week 2, you're going to double down and drop in 20. The third week, double down, drop in 40. Fourth week, double down, drop in 80. And you're going to continue to repeat this. Okay? Don't put in extra, don't put in less. If you're going to do it, do it. If you can't, do this, then don't do it. Okay? But it does work. It does. I've been doing it. Okay. So, start the first week of the month. Okay? When you start, I want you to start the first week of the month. Reason being is because it's going to be easier for you to follow it. Don't start halfway into the month or like the 7th day into the month or the 13th day. I'm telling you now, but you really should wait until the first week of April to start this. Now, some might say, well, that's a lot of money to keep doing that. Well, maybe it is. Maybe your mind is telling you that it is, but it really isn't. I mean, if you've got it to do it, right? Every day there are people, I've been there, I'm sure you've been there, our mind will play games and basically have this little war back and forth to win so that you will just spend money. Even though you don't need to spend it for something, you always end up doing it because that part of the brain always wins. But if you change that, if you change it to where it can't win, you'll get out of that habit and you'll start focusing more on learning to save and manage better. This is just a pinch of the pie, okay? Just a little piece of it for some of the other things that, like this course we got coming out is just amazing. It's probably going to be the best course that we've done, and it's just absolutely amazing. Even those that don't have a lot of money, this works for anyone. If you do got a lot of money, there's higher level things that you can use within the course that shows you how to really save up some good money. If you're a lower income person, you can still do it. Now, let's just say for some reason that maybe this method right here that I just went over is still a little bit of a lot of money for you, okay? Do this then. The first week, instead of 10, do 5. Second week, do 10. Third week, do 20. Fourth week, do 40. Okay? I would prefer the first way that I said, but if you can't, because of finances, do it the second way. Now, obviously, you're not going to be making thousands of dollars off of this, right? It'd take a while for you to really save up some good numbers, but it's not just about how much you're saving. It's about getting yourself to stick with the saving method, the habit, the way you're doing it, and continuing to do it. Don't stop. Don't get like a month in or 2 months in and be like, okay, I'm done, I did it. And then take out the money, because then you just wasted your time doing it when you could continue to do it, save up money, and then later on you might even be able to move up a little. Say you are on the $5 starting out, you could bump it up to the 10. Or maybe you've been on the 10 for 3 months and now you're starting to come in with, making more money or something. You can, go through that course when it publishes and use some of the other methods we got, which are really cool. And I'll eventually be talking about it, but I'm not going to get into that right now because there's a lot to it. So try this out. You know, if it's something you're interested in, great. If it's something you're not interested in, then don't do it. I mean, you know, that's up to you. But there are some people that are going to do it. You know, they asked for my help. They asked me to share this. I showed a few people a rough layout of the course that's coming up here in the future, and they were super excited to see and to read a little bit about it. I drafted up, you know, just some simple notes and stuff about it, explaining to them what it is, and they're like, "Hey, will you give us something? Will you give us a little bit of something out of this, and you know, help us out?" You know, and obviously I'm okay with that because we're here to help each other. So try it out, see how it works out for you. Hopefully you'll stick with it, continue to do it, and then let me know in a few months how it's going. All right. If you got any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. Obviously I will not answer to any of the negative stuff. I mean, obviously there's, you know, every now and then we get that stuff, but it'll just get deleted and paid no attention to. So anyways, I wish you guys the best of luck. Like I said, once you start doing it, you'll get used to it, you'll continue to do it, and you'll see how it can really change how you go about saving money. Y'all take care, give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, join us here. Also tap on that bell to set your notifications, and we'll talk to you soon. See ya.